What up, Jobins? Episode 155. Holy cow, Brenden, what you got there?
Oh, what's on my head here?
Yeah.
It's the blue belt. I got my blue belt, Jobins.
Let's go.
I got my blue belt.
What does it feel?
It feels really good. It feels really good. Man, a lot of hard work. We've been down here since what, the beginning of 2022, and since then I've been training guys since February of 2022, and it's so crazy just to think like
You've been putting in a lot of work, brother. That's fucking well deserved, and
I got a blue belt.
You've been consistent for
Under
a long
Tim
time.
too.
Under Tim fucking Welch.
Head sensei, bro. And then all of our other boys at Red Hawk Academy, everybody at Red Hawk getting promoted too. Like my other coaches, bro, like Johnny and Josh, JX getting dude, it was so fire just to watch everyone level
Yeah, Tim's
up.
got a few brown belts now under his wing, which is incredible. I was working. It was promotions night on Friday night, Jobins, and I record everyone getting recorded or getting promoted, and I get to hear what Tim says to everyone, and I got to hear what he said to you and Brock and a couple other people, and holy hell is he good at that. I was talking to him. I'm like, dude, you're so good at like inspiring, like, cause like when he's wrapping the belt around you, what was he saying to you?
He was telling me, like, I was like, wow, this is just the first step to, like, a long journey. And he was telling me that one day, I'll be a black belt. Like, that was cool to hear. Like,
Fuck yeah. How'd you feel?
I was like, yeah, dude, I just got to be determined and keep at it, stay consistent.
100%. And shout out Brock, our other Jobin living at the house. He also got his blue belt. Brock's been working hard as well.
Dude, Brock has been killing it in jits, dude. I'm really happy for him. And, dude, a lot of the guys that are my partners on a day-to-day basis that I roll with got promoted. So shout out Gene, shout out Christian. And then our boy Chris got swag, too.
Yep. It was a good fucking night.
It was a lot of people.
Promotions night is really fun. Shout out Lee Bones. They did the barbecuing. They're the fucking man. That food is so fucking good.
Oh, man. I had some pulled pork tacos and some mac and cheese. Yeah, it was fire.
Tim, as always, thank you, Captain, for ordering that food for us. Because how cool is it for him to do that every time?
Dude, it's so legendary.
It feels like a family. It feels like a family event. The feelings that I got watching you guys promote, I had to hold back tears when you came up, bro, because it just hit me. I was like, holy fuck. Like the life lessons here and all the hard work and everyone cheering. There's so much. Like Josh Jobins. I talked about him on the Confidential Pod. Shout out you, Josh. We love you. Josh was a purple belt for 8 years.
Oh, wow.
Now think of that. Think about how many people get discouraged at blue belt because it takes forever to get out of blue belt, right? And Josh was telling me a story about how him and his buddy became purple belts at the same time, and his buddy's been a black belt for 4 years.
That's really cool. Well, I mean, because people promote at different rates.
100%, and it's all about you at the end of the day. But Josh is a very, very dedicated jiu-jitsu person, and it's his life. And what's so special about Josh Jobins is he's one of those examples of people that walk the earth with something that most people don't have to deal with, and the fact that he's able to deal with it and do something like jiu-jitsu. Schmitty stares in the mirror. Damn you, Schmitty. Get your shit together. Look what Josh is doing. Josh had heart problems, Jobins. He's had multiple heart surgeries in his life. I don't know. I'm going to get him on the pod one day. We'll get to break it down and talk about it. But he almost wasn't here for this color. He almost didn't see this color. And when I was standing there thinking about that and I was watching him getting his belt, that's all I could think about. And I was just so happy for him because he's told me so many stories of like ups and downs with jiu-jitsu, with people and how you deal with things. Because he's a real practitioner.
Dude, Josh is a badass.
He's been all around the world doing jiu-jitsu his whole life. You know what I mean? That's the code. That's jiu-jitsu by the code. So seeing him get his brown belt, holy fuck. Shout out Josh.
Dude, for real. Shout out Josh. Dude, everybody that's just so passionate about jiu-jitsu. That's what's so cool about it. It's just like everyone puts their heart into it.
Yep.
So to see them get their flowers is really cool.
Yeah. It was a busy ass night that night. We had promotions going. Me and Kiara were running the coffee shop. Then Mikey was doing the cornhole tournament. There was a cornhole tournament. It's pretty fucking hot. It's been hot.
Really hot.
Last promotions was during winter, and it was a lot more, I feel like, active in the hall. Wasn't as active in the hall this time because it's fucking blistering hot. But promotions nights are always super special. It's a special feeling. We all come together. We have fun. We see the hard work. We eat together. Bro, I was talking about that on the Confidential Pod as well. You know what I think we're missing the most in this fucking world right now?
What?
We're not together. Like, we need to come together. And BLP Kosher says in that song, my mama told me not to eat anything if the animal was suffering. And think about how much food we consume where the animals are suffering. Mm-hmm. We're eating that fucking meat, making us depressed. It's like, dude, being a farmer, like coming together back in the day when families would come together. Like when I saw a picture, they were talking about the visit. No, what's the one where they're all in the village? The village.
The village.
Yeah. What's the one where they're in the village? The village. Just there was a picture of it, and it was a big, giant, long table of all them eating together. I'm like,
you know, you're not supposed to want to be in that group. Though.
I know.
So like
I'm not referencing the village. No, it's just the photo of it, of everyone sitting down at a big table, everyone sitting down, food all down it, everyone eating together and talking together.
Nah, I get you.
That's what we're fucking missing. Like, even, it's crazy, me and Sean were kind of dipping into it, but bro, I grew up to where we all ate together. We got, we have family events, we all eat together. Every night at dinner, not every night, weekends and stuff like that, when we're all, like, if we're all doing something, we wouldn't. Mm-hmm. But weeknights, dinner with each other. Dad cooked the meats, mom cooked the veggies, Schmitty got to eat, you know? Mm-hmm. And then it was, sis do the dishes, because Schmitty didn't want to do the dishes.
You lucky.
I know.
What did you do then?
I fucking went on my way. Yeah, sis, I'd love to hear sis on that one. So, sis, how many times did you want to kick my ass as kids when I didn't do the dishes? All the time. But I feel like, bro, whenever me and when all the boys of all of us get together at Tim or Sean's and we're eating off the charcuterie board, sitting with each other, just sharing together, that's my favorite times. I think that's something we all just should kind of go back to.
Well, it's so hard. The concept of sharing, I feel like, is so foreign to a lot of like younger kids too. You know, everyone wants their own of everything.
And time.
Sharing. But yeah, sharing. I feel like you're right though, dude.
Right. All right. Jake Paul. Dude, last night was fun. Jobins, there's a lot of people out there that are hating on Jake Paul. He says that he's the king of boxing. Do you know what he is the king of?
Marketing.
Promotion and marketing. That man is a fucking genius when it comes to it. Not necessarily genius, just knows what to do, when to do it, what to say. The Alex Pereira call out. I thought that was gangster. I'm like, man, if he actually manifested and Jake Paul got to box Alex Pereira, that's huge. That's massive.
Dude, I'm just telling you right, and Jobins, don't get mad at me, but he's a winner too. That's the reason that all of that works. That marketing wouldn't work if he wasn't going out there and winning like he is.
Yeah.
And dude, after watching that, I would love to see Alex Pereira and him box.
Connor was talking all shit, but I think at the end of the day, guys, go read what, I know you probably read already what Connor said about Jake. Oh, he's a piss bag, most valuable piss bag. Fought Mike Perry and was almost scared in there.
He was back, dude. He was getting walked down how many rounds?
Yeah.
But he was doing his thing.
Yep.
So
Yep. And then Connor's talking about how and then call out a 56-year-old Mike Tyson, all that.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit of jealousy. Yeah. I think so, because the only reason that I could think that Jake Paul continues to chase that Mike Tyson is the bag. It's the most historic fight, right? Getting Mike Tyson to come back like that would be historic.
And he's not even talking shit on Mike Tyson. He's saying that he's a legend and stuff.
Yeah.
All he's saying he's going to beat him.
That's a bag fight. That's a bag fight for sure in Jake Paul's mind. Because at this point, I'm still not about it. I'm still kind of like, ugh. Especially then when you call out Alex Pereira, I'm like, holy fuck. Because and then we're all sitting there, right, guys? Like, oh, that would never happen. That can't happen. Well, fuck. Then they're FaceTiming each other after the fight. Alex Pereira's like, yeah, we'll talk to Dana. We'll do this while we're down. And I'm like, holy fuck, bro.
Dude, Jake Paul's been fighting people smaller than him a lot of the time. It'd be interesting because Alex Pereira is like your height, dude.
I almost believe that I think the Jake Paul, Logan Paul hate with Dana White, I think it's fake. I've been going a lot of fakes lately. I think it's fake because I think at some point here in the past year or so, someone from Jake Paul's team has sat with Dana White's team and they've had to discuss numbers with views with celebrity deathmatch. Like, we shouldn't even call it boxing. Let's just call it celebrity deathmatch. We're getting, dude.
It's celebrity boxing.
Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury, the real boxer.
That was a close boxing match.
Exactly.
Too.
And it was a really close boxing match. And people still like, oh, yeah, well, you lost to a real boxer. It was like, well, go back and watch it. Jake did a good job. And
I was even wondering if he won that match.
Yeah. And then he goes from that to doing the Mike Perry fight. Well, now we're all kind of excited again. They had a good fight. I didn't want a hug fest. We didn't get that. Mm-hmm. It was a great fight between the two. Mike Perry's a fucking dog. If you don't love Mike Perry, I don't get it.
He is so tough.
He's a gangster, and even how he acted after the fight.
Yeah.
Gangster, dude. Like, that's a fuck. And I would never want to fucking scare Mike Perry or not scare him, piss him off. Yeah.
Because in a boxing match, it's so much different for him.
Yeah.
He would have done so.
He respected
killed him in MMA.
Yeah, he respected Jake Paul's speed and everything. Mm-hmm. Now, granted, how many pounds was Jake Paul more than Mike Perry in the fight? 50, 40, 30? How many? He looked massive in there against Mike Perry.
He did.
So, again, Mike Perry, dog. I don't think Mike Perry lost that night. I think he's fine. And then Conor McGregor's going, oh, you're fired from bare knuckle. And then Mike Perry's going, well, I own bare knuckle too, so you can't fire me. Them two are the one. There's the bare knuckle match.
That is very interesting. Because I forgot that Conor owns bare knuckle, right?
Part of it, yeah.
Holy hell!
This past week, I guess you didn't see him. He came in. He did a press conference about bare knuckle, saying he's not just owner, he's gonna partake. Yeah, and Conor's just doing Conor things, creating things, starting new shit.
I think Mike Perry could get him, dude.
I'm more interested in Conor and Mike Perry.
Dude, if he can't knock out Nate Diaz, Mike Perry's going to kill him. In bare knuckle, too, when he punched in Luke Rockhold's teeth. Dude.
Right. Isn't it crazy just how different, like, sport, like, it's so true when it comes to rules and which ones you're doing and where people exceed. That's why the celebrity deathmatch shit's getting fun, because look what's kind of happening. Like, we're creating this unknown new circus that we're going into.
My question to you then on this topic, do you think that like bare knuckle boxing is going to get in the realm of celebrity bare knuckle boxing to where it's closer to deathmatch? Like they're going to go more barbaric than just the boxing.
I mean, if they go WWE, if they bring bare knuckle boxing and WWE it together, that'd be kind of nuts. We'll get real wild.
Oh my God, dude, you would have to have another level of respect for those wrestlers if they were actually doing
just beating the fuck out of each other and
it was staged, and you know you're gonna get your ass beat. That'd be crazy.
It wouldn't be able to happen. That'd be nuts. But yeah, dude, I really liked last night's fights. I think Jake Paul is a good promoter. I'm interested in the Alex Pereira fight. And
you know who else Jake Paul's been repping is Amanda Serrano, bro.
Yeah.
This whole time, dude. He's been running with that. And she just whooped the hell out of Stevie Morgan.
Yeah, she looked
in the co-main event. Second round TKO Jobins. Dude, her opponent looked lost in there. She was getting swarmed with those punches. And then Jake Paul at the end of his fight says that him and Amanda Serrano are going to be fighting on that November card.
Yeah.
On the mic. That's pretty cool.
Man, I don't want... It's crazy it's live on Netflix. The Joe Rogan thing, too. Joe Rogan live on Netflix? That'll be crazy. It's where is Netflix going with boundaries? I think they're trying to get a little crazy. Like, how much of an impact is Kill Tony kind of making in the influence world, I feel? Mm-hmm. Because you got to see Netflix is seeing Kill Tony killing it in that kind of humor.
Dude. At the end of the day, as much as like Netflix has been always like keen of streaming as we think, I was watching a CNBC video and it showed YouTube just like tripling it, you know, like just with viewership. Dude, YouTube is and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's like so crazy.
Powerful.
How it's like Netflix, sit down.
Oh yeah.
No matter what mergers, no matter what plans, any of these other companies, Disney, Netflix, anything wants to do, good luck.
Yeah, and it's real weird when like I can still remember being over at my buddy Jake's house, and like I'm like, what is this? And he's like, oh, it's YouTube. And then that's when we were watching the Kimbo Slice videos, like just random shit. And we're like, oh, this is cool. I wish Schmitty would have known back then, like, hey, I wish I would have been like Mr. Beast and just started filming shit and creating shit. But the Call of Duty days came, and when we were talking shit back then, playing video games, it's a good thing.
It's crazy how, because I wanted to talk to you about this. And Jobins, I don't know if you heard, but Undisputed with Skip Bayless, they let go of Skip Bayless.
And that's his own show?
That was his own show.
That'd be like, damn, they fired Schmitty off the Brenden Schmitty show.
Yeah, and it was a year ago when Shannon Sharp left.
Uh-huh.
And look how good Shannon...
It's been a year already.
Look how good Shannon Sharp's been doing. Club Shay Shay, his podcast, where he had Cat Williams on there. He's had some big names, dude, and it's just been like, wow. Skip Bayless had been like repping Shannon Sharp, you know, getting him into the game, because a lot of people, and Shannon Sharp talked about it himself, and he was like, man, a lot of people didn't think that an athlete could talk about other sports that he's not a part of. Like, I'm football, but can he talk about baseball? Can he talk about basketball? Can he talk about soccer? And he's like, and Skip Bayless was defending me and actually gave me the chance to be on the show and said I could do all that. And now look how far Shannon Sharp's come and where Skip Bayless is, dude. It's crazy.
It's crazy how fucking old Skip is.
Yeah, he's in his 72.
December 4th. I'm telling you, dude, something about December. Something about December.
Dude, and you know who else Skip Bayless raised up? Stephen A. Smith.
Oh, yeah.
And guess what? Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp are on a TV show together, First Take.
It's insane that this dude is 72 and still fucking causing all this fucking shit and still have such an impact on influence and everything. That's pretty badass. 72.
You know what it would be equivalent to, bro? If, like you said, like you got fired from the Brenden Schmitty show, and then I brought on JX. And then it was actually even more popping off. That's what happened in real life, dude.
He's only 5'10" from Oklahoma City.
Hey, come on, only 5'10".
I'd be like, what up, Skip?
But I hope Skip Bayless the best, Jobins, because I watched Undisputed for years, all the way up back in college, like 2017. And
bro, he's been around. That shit's been around forever.
Yeah, and he's gone now because of ratings, bro.
That's why?
That's why. That's what they're saying. Dude, he hasn't even come out with anything since it's happened. You know how he tweets and he's on social media? Nothing. Skip's been quiet.
Go, dude, 72. You've been doing this shit forever. Technology, I can't imagine being 72 in this new world of technology. Because you know how time goes so fast for us. Imagine being 72 when it's like, oh, TikTok, Instagram, blah, blah, blah. It probably just feels like just infinite amount of change quickly. So at 72, for him to be doing all the shit that he is doing,
but thank, dude.
Respect.
You can understand. As a fan, Jones, I'm sure you can understand as a fan. Like, he's a super fan of all sports,
of everything,
and his dream job is what he had.
But he did it. 72.
It's like dying probably for him,
brother. If I'm Skip Bayless and they're like, hey man, the sun has set, the sunset.
Oh, gee.
If he's really passionate, and think about money, motherfuckers got money, right? If I'm Skip Bayless,
I'm listening.
I'm still me. Bye bye. All right, that ended. I got my money, and look what we can do,
dude. 100%.
If me and you can do this, and we're super passionate, and I got money, and I got an empty room in my house.
Damn.
Well, Skip's back.
I like what you said. You're making me feel better for Skip.
Yeah, or if he's done, maybe he's done. Maybe he's like, you know what? Maybe he's like, what's his name with the beard? Jay Leno? No, not Jay Leno. He did it, and then he did his own
David Letterman.
David Letterman.
David Letterman.
The legend David Letterman. That motherfucker hasn't shaved his face since he quit television.
What's David Letterman know?
A lot.
The people he's had on.
A lot. David Letterman knows a lot. Yeah, but if I'm Skip and this ship has sailed, it's either I'm just going to go live life and just go do me. If I'm still have that drive and passion to talk about things, I'm going to do both.
Dude, do a podcast on a yacht? Come on.
But how many people want to listen to a 72-year-old man?
Yeah, he had some pretty crazy takes, too.
Yeah, and I don't know. if I'm Skip and I'm 72 years old and I know a whole bunch of people in the industry, like, why would I not do my own pod and, like, talk some shit?
Dude, and everyone in the industry, though, talking shit on him, though.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
That'd be tough. Imagine if LeBron James and people like Draymond Green are saying that they hope you get canceled.
Yeah, that'd be tough. Well, he has said a lot of crazy shit. Skip has said a lot of crazy shit, and that's what's gotten him so far. Them sitting back and forth. If we all just spoke our true minds, how would this fucking world be?
Well, ask John McAfee. You should see, because you were talking to, bro, Jobins, this is a tweet from 2020 before he died. And he says this: Russia's first time traveler has returned. Guess what he said? In September, Biden is medically diagnosed as unfit for office and quits. They discover that the DNC has legal power to choose a replacement without a national vote. Weird, huh? You'll never guess who they chose. And he never answers it. What if that's real?
Yeah, that'll really freak the fuck out of me because did he kill himself?
Someone shared it on X today. And I was like, I had to go back. I was like, there's no way this tweet's real. And I scrolled all the way down his thing, which has millions of tweets. It's real. Is
that why they made that documentary about him?
Dude, right? Think about that. And you know how he died?
Yeah. Suicide by hanging.
Suicide and hanging. Before extradition to the United States. Come on. That smells so fishy.
Just like...
But just like Epstein.
Didn't McAfee do some pretty crazy shit, though?
He like murdered someone in the Bahamas, I think.
Because, yeah, I watched that, but I'm having a hard time remembering.
Yeah, we watched that together, dude. He was the first person to come up with, like, the antivirus software.
Oh, fuck, that's right.
Dude, all the shit he probably knew.
Well, here's the thing.
He was calling Biden quitting in September. So if that happens, how much should we believe of what John McAfee said?
I know, and I don't even want to. You can't even.
Chill.
We can't even say the one guy's name. We got to say AJ now. We can't say the full name. We got to say AJ.
Oh no.
AJ. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I almost don't. Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, because if you fucking say his name, you're just gonna get canceled and like hate. But some of the things that guy says, I'm like, it ends up being half right, half wrong. I don't know. Mm-hmm. And there's too many innocent people, and innocent people can get fucked up for political agenda. That ain't new. Mm-hmm. And then weirdly, The Boys.
Oh my God.
Is lined up with all this shit. I don't know.
Well, that isn't too weird because you got to think as a writer, they understand the rollout of the seasons.
They know political agendas are going to be pushed heavily here.
Yeah, this is an election year.
You're right.
That's
given. True. You're right. That was smart marketing by you boys.
It fucked them in the end though, because all the shit.
Yeah, kind of
too heated.
It was a little distasteful.
Yeah.
Isn't that unfortunate?
Because they probably wrote and did all that stuff beforehand, and then once it happens, it's like, well, we can't reshoot and do a story.
I mean, shit.
That's a tough spot, bro.
It is. Which, I'm excited for the final season for The Boys. Mainly just because of how the season ended. Mm-hmm. They did a good job on the ending episode. But fuck, was I just not the biggest fan of the season.
Maybe because of the political.
It was just a little, I don't know, it was just a little disappointing. I didn't like Black Noir. I don't like how they handled that. Mm-hmm. I don't like Frenchie's shit. I think that was just so pointless.
Unnecessary to the overarching plot. And you could do that story, but you can't just shoehorn it in. They just threw it in.
They're like, oh, hey, by the way.
That's something that needs to develop more naturally than that.
100%. Doesn't need to be so fucking forced.
Yeah, forced storylines would have been my main complaint on the season.
And I think what's his name's dad with Simon Pegg.
Oh,
what's his name?
Huey's dad.
Huey's dad. Mm-hmm. I think that whole thing could have been a little better because it almost felt pointless. And it was a big thing, but it was pointless.
That's a good one too. I totally agree with
that. I wish that would have played a little more of an impact into the story or something. That's what fucking people, I don't know. I don't know, Brenden. I don't know. But yeah, what a fucking crazy week. What a fucking crazy
You want to hear something else crazy?
What?
The U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Committee, which oversees all the U.S. Olympic teams and is based out of Colorado, files a lawsuit against Guess who? Logan Paul's company, Prime, infringing on company's trademarks. Jobins. I don't know if you've seen this in the stores yet, or if you've seen it, bro. The Kevin Durant Prime bottles that say Kevin Durant on top.
I don't think they're selling those. I think that's just like whenever they. I'm not for sure. Maybe it's on location, like maybe where Kevin Durant plays, they'll have them. But I feel like that's just whenever they sign someone, they show the bottle.
No, I swear I seen them myself in the store, bro.
You did?
At Walmart, and I didn't pick it up.
You saw the Kevin Durant ones in the store? And
I swear.
For real?
I swear, bro.
And they're already gone?
I don't know. I only went to the gas station this time because they carry Primes there too. But it said Kevin Durant on it. It says USA, and it has like the star there. It's clearly Team USA on the basketball team.
Damn.
And they're getting him for trademarks because it's clearly the U.S. Olympics team branding. And it's a Prime bottle, so it's super controversial because it's like, does he have to pay money to the Olympic Committee now?
Yeah, that is tough. Yeah, that's that. But how many? There's so many people, influencers, that get like right on the line to where we're going, oh, that reminds us of this.
Yeah, but you don't go out to catch a small fish, you know?
Yeah.
Go out for the biggest fish you can catch.
And that's Logan Paul.
And the Olympic Committee is not known to be the most.
I know. So you would think though, I want like Sean wouldn't do anything so stupid like that. Like he would know something like that. So you would think that the marketing team,
they probably didn't think the Olympic Committee would pursue any legal action.
Think so?
They were probably like, they'll be cool with it, and then
I don't know, man. If you give like. People, when you got that kind of money, you're always protecting yourself, I feel like, if you're smart about it. So I feel like if Prime being such a big thing, you would definitely dot your I's and cross your T's, right? And make like, oh, this is, yeah, hey, they won't come at us because of this. Like, it's so almost, you know? And I'm Logan Paul. I'm like, okay, so we're good? And they're like, yeah, oh, yeah, well, no, we're fine. They can't. Clause. But then here we are.
Dude, Logan Paul could have used a time traveler to go back.
A lot of people just want to see Logan Paul go down.
Yeah.
A lot of shit. That's the part of fame and like having all those, your hands into so many piles. I think as long as you just aren't a shitty person and you do right, you should be fine. So, because I thought it was kind of interesting in that Mr. Beast video, because it's all about, they had all those people in there, right?
I haven't seen that one. I think I know the one you're talking about with Logan Paul in it. And
I'm going to spoil just a smidge bit for you.
No, that's cool. Hey, go ahead.
Just from your opinion. So the video was all these people in there to win $1 million for their subscribers. Right?
Okay.
So you're doing, all these guys are teamed up. They're doing competitions. People are getting eliminated. The money is going up or whatever. When it comes down to it, like they do this cook-off thing. And then all of a sudden, you can't go out of the box, right? If you go out of the box, you're out. So every time people get eliminated, they walk out and there was this cool light up floor that Mr. Beast did that made it look different. Like they were in a kitchen. So all of a sudden, they had a kitchen floor.
Okay.
Yeah. So Logan Paul.
That is cool.
Yeah. All of a sudden, it's over. He was going to make it to the next one. He all of a sudden runs out sporadically and throws a plate on the ground, and he's eliminated. And he says in the video, he's like, oh, I just thought it was like the old days, because apparently in old videos of Logan Paul, he would break plates. He would just break plates everywhere. So he was saying that he was having flashbacks and he felt the urge to just break the plate and he forgot about leaving the square. Now, this is a competition about winning your fucking subscribers money. What has he been accused of that's hurt his reputation?
Yeah, that taking money from his fans.
If I'm Logan Paul in this situation, my objective is to make it to where I'm like, hey guys, I'm redeeming myself here. But then again, maybe it's like, oh, well, you had to pay your fans back with money from a thing. You didn't just pay it yourself. So I can kind of get that image.
You're right, though. No.
You know what I mean? Why not do both? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Why not fucking do both?
Double it up.
Double it up. And then, because like if Logan Paul, if we sat there and we're seeing Logan Paul try hard and he's bleeding for this fucking $1 million, and at the end he's like, I'm so grateful that I'm able to give this money to my fans. A lot of people think, and he just kind of like spieled himself. Maybe that would have been a good look. But the fact that he just ran out, he didn't lose. He just ran out. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm out. I was like, damn, that's kind of a bad look again. I don't know.
And
people weren't talking about it.
You know he's suing CoffeeZilla again, right?
The war of CoffeeZilla and Logan Paul. Can you imagine both them on trial? Can you imagine both them going into the courtroom and like them standing in there?
It's gonna probably have to happen.
That would be crazy. We're gonna get celebrity death matches, and then we're gonna get fucking celebrity lawyer cases and shit going on. We're in a fucking
Logan
entertainment
his
world.
Stress
right
level, I don't know how he controls it with all the people coming after him.
I know, and then all the things like you just got to think he's just. Does he read it?
Whoever his manager is, that guy's like the girl with the wig on. The boys.
It's got to be ego.
Stressing out.
It's got to be ego. Maybe the ego's so strong, you can't penetrate it.
And I feel like he
can't get wilted.
As much as Jake Paul has an ego, Logan Paul's has to just be so much.
I was watching American Psycho the other morning with Brock. We were just watching it. That movie's fucking fire. American Psycho Jobins with Christian Bale. If you haven't seen it, that is a classic. The writing is insane. The directing is insane. The acting is incredible. The actors in the movie, it's stacked. I get those vibes from Jake and like definitely Logan. 100% American Psycho.
If you made American Psycho today, cast Logan Paul.
That'd be crazy. Dude, this Jack Black stuff, Jobins, it's got me super sad, man. We live in this world where in an instant we could be canceled off of a bad joke. And I get it. When it's hurtful or something like that, it's like, but comedy is comedy. People can make a fucking mistake. Was it bad? Yeah. Was it bad timing? Yeah. Did some people go, oh, yeah. But at the end of the day, fuck it. It was a stupid, misplaced, bad joke. I grew up on Tenacious D. I grew up on Jack Black. Jack Black and Kyle Gass have a very special place in my heart. They'd have to do some. I know. Jobins, if you hate me for this, I'm sorry.
Jobins, you should hear this man talk about how much blood I have on my hands for who I've voted for in the past. Jack Black fully endorses Biden. And it's like, dude, the first mistake he made was endorsing a political candidate as an entertainer.
Yep. That's where it's like, fuck, dude.
Jack, stay in your lane.
Bro, we got to stay in our lane then. Like, we shouldn't even talk like...
No, dude,
you know what I mean?
I got to.
I know. But Tim always makes a damn good point with me. He's like, well, if we're not really that smart about the subject, should we really talk about it? And it's like, yeah, he's right.
That's what's scary, because Jack Black probably is smart about the subject then.
Yeah.
But
look at that. You said right there, he endorsed Joe Biden.
I talked about this.
Now we fucking hate Jack Black.
I talked about this on my What the X episode because of the tweets and everything. Bro,
now we hate Jack Black. Jack Black has been one of the most lovable human beings to ever exist. But because of a political fucking stupid
we should have let it go. I think we can be better than the cancel culture.
Jack, can we get you on a pod to sit down and actually talk?
But dude, I said in my episode, I was like, dude, I respect the fact that they actually did say that as much as I didn't like it, because they're doubling down on it. How many times has Joe Biden, how many times has anyone on the Democrat left side compared Trump to Hitler? If you don't think they'd want Hitler to be assassinated, you know what I'm saying? Don't say, oh, it's such a tragedy and our prayers go out to Trump and his family. No, you guys were setting this shit up from the beginning, CNN. How many times did you guys say he was Hitler? Of course we want to kill Hitler if he's really Hitler. Jack Black and Kyle really probably believe that, so respect for them for sticking to their guns, unlike you other pussies.
Hey, I like that.
That's all I'm saying. It gets me heated, dude, because at the same time, I also am like, dude, fuck you guys for endorsing them, but at least but then he's apologizing because of cancel culture.
But see, look.
We can't cancel people.
Look how you feel. And yet you voted for Joe Biden. It's a hard one to swallow. I know. But I don't hate you. The Jobins don't hate you.
Thanks, Jobins.
Can't we make mistakes? Didn't you learn?
I made 2 mistakes. I voted for Hillary before that. What? It's on record.
But bro, like even the division right now, just like me even just laughing at you, like.
Yeah, why can't we laugh at each other and chill out?
Yeah, like
and let Tenacious D play.
I know. Hey man, I respected the way they handled it because you don't want to cause, like, when you are legit not trying to cause any problems and you've accidentally caused a fucking problem.
Yeah.
You don't want it to affect everything. You know what I mean? And Jack Black was saying that he felt blindsided. And he says that it feels no longer felt appropriate to continue Tenacious D. Now, I thought that was a good way to handle the situation. You can't, dude.
No, he should have stuck by his boy. You say, Kyle, it's your birthday, and you made a birthday wish on stage like that, and you said whatever you were saying, forgetting our influence.
I appreciate you having my back if I made that mistake.
Hell yeah. That's why Jack Black's a bitch in a way.
Well, Kyle Gass said, the line I improvised on stage Sunday night in Sydney was highly inappropriate, dangerous, and a terrible mistake.
Mistake, because it was his birthday, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So do the shows. Do the shows with Kyle.
But think about this. Yeah, we want to do the shows, but if I'm sitting here in this world of assassinations and anger when it comes to political talk,
this is true.
Do we want to endanger not only a crowd? Because think about the bigger picture of this. When it becomes fucking political and something, like, someone's going to be so pissed. Oh, Jack Black. Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, if I'm Jack Black, I'll just be like, well, that's been my thought. I'm like, well, I don't want anyone to get hurt because of my fucking mouth. I definitely don't want anyone to get hurt. So
you think they made that agreement together?
I think they all probably got on a phone call or something and had a good talk. 100%.
Because the way it made it sound to me, just reading those little snippets, was like Jack Black saying, hey, it's over right now. But it seemed more like they came together because Kyle's apology too.
Yeah. Well, and I just thought about it like this. I'm like, okay, we have immense influence on the world. Everyone knows our goddamn name, right? And let's put ourselves in the shoes. I go, you're coming, happy birthday, Schmitty. And you're like, make a wish. Just la-di-da-di-da, right? And I go say one of the most worst things that you could say because of bad timing, horrible timing, right? But then again, you know, like, he didn't look like taken back or anything, you know? But what if you kind of like, what if I said some racist shit that just kind of made everyone kind of go,
I wouldn't say thank you.
Yeah.
That's what he said in the video, Jobins. Watch it. Jack Black says thanks afterwards.
Well, maybe that was
he exposes true colors.
Well, maybe he's like you know when you react, like when you're like, oh, yeah, shocked.
True,
you know what I mean?
true.
Like,
Yeah.
what if I did that to you? And we're surrounded by people.
It
you know
would
what I
be
mean?
crazy.
I would
be like,
and then,
whoa.
And then having that feeling right then and there, right? But nothing's happening, right? You continue your show. But in you're like, oh, Schmitty just fucking said that. And then
he'll have your back.
I know you would. But then the next morning, it's just of hell. I think we'd be like,
you know who understands
would
that?
you be pissed at me if it ruined all your shit? You wouldn't be a little.
It wouldn't ruin all my shit. I'd pull a Jerry Seinfeld.
Explain.
Jerry Seinfeld's boy was Kramer. And then Kramer in real life.
Oh yeah, said the N-word.
Said the N-word a whole bunch of times at the Laugh Factory. Mm-hmm. And what did Jerry do? He defended his boy till the end, even on like late night shows and everything. He said, that's not funny. He's apologizing.
Yeah.
He was there for his boy the whole time. And it didn't ruin Jerry. Jerry's got comedians in cars drinking coffee. Yeah. He's got other stuff going on.
Have him on there. Get Kramer on your fucking riding
He might have had him on there. I don't even know.
Let's talk about it in these times. Yeah. You know, it's been some time now. I remember, do you remember at Seckman, the middle school? Mm-hmm. This happened when I was in middle school, Jobins. At my life and timing. When he did that, I was in middle school, and in our library, they had a huge painting of him. Do you remember that? To the right? Remember you'd walk in? Do you remember the middle school library? Because I have a vivid memory, and I can walk in there right now. Mm-hmm. You remember it?
No.
Remember you'd walk in, there was two sides that you could come into the library, this side and this side, and you could walk right through the middle. You don't remember that? Mm-hmm. And then on both sides, there was all the bookshelves, and then on the left side, there was computers where you could do computer work.
Okay, yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and then there was tables, right? This side had all the tables. And on against the wall, right in the middle, with even a little light over it was a sick-ass painting of Kramer just sitting there in his Kramer outfit.
Really?
Yeah. And coincidentally, when that year, I'd always look at that painting. I always thought it was cool because I grew up watching Seinfeld with my mom. And then sure enough, that happened. And I'd be walking through there because I'd walk through there to go to my other class in the 8th grade wing.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah. And I would look at it every day and I go, wow, that's happened. I'm like, I can't believe he said the N-word. And they never took it down. It stayed there the whole year. It was nothing.
Hey, the character never said it.
The character never said it. So yeah, that was always just weird. Weird you made me think of that.
Do you want to hear another crazy story, Jobins?
Yeah.
A family of a 76-year-old Kentucky man was awarded over $2 million for his death from 2nd and 3rd degree burns suffered in a shower where the water was 150 degrees Fahrenheit. This was at a motel. His name's Alex Cronus.
Why didn't he get out?
Well, get this.
It
was as soon as he turned it on. It was as soon as he turned it on, apparently. It was 150 degrees right off bat. And it hit him. My question is...
So you're standing in... Who stands in front of a shower without turning it on? If you do that, you're a psychopath.
I know. This was what happened.
This is why you don't do that.
He, dude, get this. He had 2nd and 3rd degree burns. And he was for several months in the hospital. This happened in November. He died in June.
That's a long time of suffering, poor guy.
Skin grafts.
Oh, fuck.
2nd, 3rd degree burns from boiling hot water.
Bro, how
in
the
shower.
fuck?
76 years old. But this is where it gets messed up. This is where it gets messed up. Like you said, what kind of psychopath turns on the shower under it? And guess what? There's 2 other people in the room with him.
Because, like, as soon as my water's too hot, I go, ow, and then I turn it down.
Yeah, well, apparently, I think it was, like, his daughter or someone else with him at the motel that had gotten him out of it. But to think, like, did they have some part to play?
Either was he disabled?
$2 million.
Because you know how, like, you got disabled people and you kind of like sit in the old, and you got to sit them down and you got to get them in there and then you turn the water on. I don't know.
Dude, a part of me, because I was thinking what you were thinking. What kind of psychopath does that? It gives me foul play vibes.
And here's
76 years old in Kentucky with his family.
In a bathtub. If water is too hot, wouldn't you dive out?
It's a shower.
Wouldn't you get out of the way?
So it shoots down, and that's when it hit him, and then he fell, and then it kept hitting him and burning him, and then they got in, turned it off, but by that time, and then they got him in the hospital. He died later.
Okay, so this is a walk-in shower. You walk in this shower, and it's one of those ones where it's right above you, and it's really cool. So when he turned that fucking water on, and it hit the top of his head and shoulders, that probably just sent his ass into shock.
Mm-hmm. So it is possible that happened just like that.
I'm thinking weird. Some fucking Motel 6 tub, bathtub, fucking curtain, fucking...
But you turn it on first before you jump in, right?
Yeah, always
what
hand first.
What do you think, Jobins?
Jobins, hand first.
Yeah.
When it comes to showering. Remember that for when you're old and gray.
100%.
Hand first. Simple things. It's the craziest thing, Jobins, is when you're old and you get old like that, the smallest things that you just don't even think about that you'd usually think about are the ones that'll fucking get you.
Think about this, though.
Tripping.
They were awarded $2 million. That's again, there's motive.
Bro, to die like that, that's suffering, and I feel really bad for the guy. I just can't, and that's such a episode of 1,000 Ways to Die type shit.
Oh God.
And there's so we could die weird. Like we could have some kind of weird fucked up death. I can miss a step going down the stairs one day and just break my neck. You just never know.
Dude, even though he was old at 76, that's still a painful
Can you imagine living 76 years and you're going to die from a hot shower?
Oh, jeez.
That's why I hope there's really a heaven. So at least I can laugh at myself about it and I'm okay. Like, oh, everything's fine. Like,
dude, that's just one of those stories though I read and it was like, I got to talk about it because it just was like, it's just messed up.
Yeah, I feel, and think about the family. Like, dude, think about if you lost your dad to a hot shower.
Yeah, I shouldn't even say that it was foul play,
That'd be fucked up.
That is pretty messed up.
I do feel bad for him. But,
What kind of motel has their water that
at
hot?
150.
Yeah, 150 degrees Fahrenheit.
I know, it's like, to win a $2 million lawsuit like that, like, there must have been something really wrong with that place that they weren't keeping up with, like maintenance or something, that maybe fucking caused that thing to just...
They're still trying to appeal, and it's been 2021.
Damn, I need to read into that. I'm going to read into
That's how long that was this process has been going on.
Yeah, dude. There's some weird shit that can just... There's weird stories about deaths and everything. There's this show I was watching. It was Signs of a Psychopath on, I think, HBO Max or Netflix, one of the two. And it's just different episodes about people and the crazy shit they do. But the thing is a lot of them were mentally ill. So when your fucking brain concoction isn't right up there, you're just not even thinking like a regular, rational human being. You're completely different. And it was actually kind of gross to hear some of these people talk about what they did, but they're mentally ill. So it's like they can't feel empathy. They can't feel what a human soul is and pain and all that kind of shit. So like that shit's just scary.
What's that even mean about heaven and stuff when you're thinking about people right now who don't even seem like they possess a soul?
Yeah, dude, it's weird. You can always tell in the eyes of people. Eyes tell a lot to me. And some people's eyes, I'm just like, oh, you're dark. You're mean. Dude. You're evil. Yeah.
What did you think? And Jobins, I don't know if you were affected, but the outage that happened. Software update by global cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike causes massive outage affecting 8.5 million Windows devices.
Damn.
This led to grounded flights, so you couldn't even get out of the airport, broadcast going off air, so on TV, restricting access to banking and healthcare. So Chase, Bank of America, those banks were out.
Did it affect your bank at all?
Not where I was at. We were just business as normal. So I was doing transactions.
Did you guys get an
opening
alert?
Accounts?
Did you guys get any alert that what was going on throughout the country?
Just on like the news.
But not through your actual bank.
Not through our actual
you guys
bank.
Didn't get an email.
I did not get an email about it.
See, that's kind of interesting because like you would think when something big like that happens, even if the bank isn't affected, that an alert would go out. Because there's so much, maybe I'm dumb like that, maybe I'm just stupid, but you would think like with a bank that there's so much at stake and there's already so many processes for security that if something like that was affecting a lot of big banks, an alert would go out. Some kind of precaution to go, hey, guards up, this may affect you. It may not affect you.
Dude, well, we get outages sometimes in general.
It's just all the time.
When the bank I work at has updates.
So that's me being dumb. Like every bank's, like every day.
It happened, but it just was crazy because
it was
so many banks were affected and so many healthcare, like Banner Health, that's local, and like a bunch of other. Dude, imagine that. An outage that doesn't allow you to withdraw your money, deposit your money, or taking out your money is the most important thing. But then to also not be able to get services for whatever medical situation you have because their computers are shut down, that's pretty crazy.
Fuck yeah, bro. That's why I put on Leave the World Behind again yesterday. I just wanted to be like, okay, there's been a lot of shit that's happened since this movie's come out, and I need to see what the fuck's up. Because
we'd be out quick. You take out all the computers.
I'm telling you, dude, that with AI, there's already like there's a supercomputer out there that is creating where it can go in and crack any fucking code. It can crack, you know what I mean? So, and that's what I think. Like when another country gets that kind of power to where they can literally hack anything, like we better have our shit together. We better have something to counteract that hacking.
It's not the countries that scare me. It's the small actors. You know, like the people that don't have any country that they're backing, and they're able to hack into like a submarine in the ocean and shoot off missiles that are nuclear warheads.
Do you know what? So this is where again, probably Schmitty's dumb and thinking too crazy. But shout out Tim, because I know you're thinking that I'm just sitting around thinking about this and it's letting it affect my everyday life. No, it's not. But and do I like to keep up on things and stay alert? Yeah, absolutely. And do I come up with crazy theories and shit? Yeah, but
it happens.
But I think we might be getting little hacks from other countries that we just don't want to open up about, that they don't want to tell us about.
I see that too.
Because if you want to fuck with us, that's the best way right now. Because you can't, dude, right after the Trump shit, all of a sudden the airports and all that kind of shit, that's too fucking weird, bro. Why does all this shit have to be weird? Just be fucking straight up with us. We'll never will be, though.
Yeah, hopefully no more crazy shit goes on. Because like you said, dude, it's just been a crazy week.
It's just starting. This is just fucking episode 1, dude. All right, enough of that political bullshit people probably skip towards.
Oh, no. This is interesting.
Yeah, it was fun. UFC 304. That's this weekend. Crazy. It's weird seeing for the first time Saturday, July 27th. Jobins. It'll be a year that day that I lost my dad. And fuck, it's just weird, dude, because time. You know what I mean? I was having a good little talk with Danny last night, and it's all about, you know, when you lose somebody you love like so close to you, you never truly 100% heal from it. You're always going to miss that person, right? And I was telling her, I'm like, you get hit with missiles. I get hit with missiles. That's what me and my mom refer them to. I could be laying in bed at night, just perfectly fine, trying to get ready to go to bed, and then boom, I just get hit with the thought of my dad, thinking about my dad being gone, thinking about my last moments with him, and it fucking fucks me up, right? But the healing, I'm like, man, how have I healed with this? Because I reflect, right? It's been a fucking year, which it feels like forever. Feels like forever that since I've been able to talk with my dad. And then it's also gone by so fucking fast.
Interesting.
Think about this. Sean hasn't even been a champ for a year yet. It's getting ready to come up. He's already defended his belt. There's been so many things that have fucking happened. It's just very, very surreal. But you know what I was thinking about? When he passed away, the more time that goes on, the more I kind of like, man, I never really have had a good heal, you know, like a good talk, a good let go. If you say, it's kind of hard to explain, but so when we had our big gathering at my house for my dad, like the next day or whatever, it's kind of hard to remember. I think it was that day. It was after we did when we all gathered around the urn at the memorial site, and then we met up at the house. Being away from home, being out here in Arizona, when we went back, no one had seen us. And I think they saw you guys or maybe when you came and visited sometime, something. But I hadn't been home since I left. So all my friends are there. All the family are there at the house, right? And I'm kind of put in this weird position to where I felt like I had to make sure I was entertaining my friends because they were wanting to see me and keep up with me, and then they're wanting to know everything, and I'm like talking about that kind of stuff. And then I had my family there at the same time, and these are my dad's relatives. These are like I kind of wanted to sit down and talk to them about my dad, talk stories, laugh, cry, you know? And I didn't get that chance. It was so fast. I was going back and forth between family and friends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you felt obligated. I get you.
I felt obligated.
Even though your friends would understand, it's still like, oh, man, I get you.
Yeah. And then, boom, I had about a week, not even a week. It was probably like 3 or 4 days after that. And I had to leave my mom. I left my mom. We went and watched Sean win the title. And boom, it's just been ever since. You know? So it's like, fuck, man. Like, it would be really nice. It'd be nice if, like, we gathered something up back at home and just had a good celebration like we did for my Uncle John. Remember when we did that? I made a video. We had a big dinner thing. All his family and friends were there. We celebrated. I need that for my dad. It'd be really nice to have that. A nice little celebration, story talk, kind of like, you know?
I love the idea.
Yeah. Because it's just weird, Jobins. It's really weird and hard to explain the feelings that I have this whole month. Like, and then it's like, okay, how do you handle it, right? Because you're supposed to, it's like live for him, live through him, remember the good times, which is what I do. When I sit and think about my dad, I don't think about the bad times. I can remember all the crazy shit that makes love, like real love, you know? But when I sit and think about my dad, it's nothing but the fucking best times. I'm so grateful for the dad I had. I'm blessed to have had a dad from 1949 that saw so much. And I always gave him shit because he was so fucking old when he had me. He was 42. You know? By the time I was a teenager, he was a fucking old grandpa. And so it was weird. But he had so much knowledge. He had so much insight. When historical things would go down, I'd wake up, like when the Boston Marathon, like I'd get to hear his insight of like things from the past, what it reminded him, how things get handled, all that kind of shit, you know? So healing wise, whenever I think about my dad, nothing but good. Nothing but fucking good. And that's what's most important. But yeah, it's like I have healed, but I haven't healed. Very weird.
It's just going to be a process, man.
Right? And I'm so grateful to be surrounded by all the people I have. And yeah, we all go through loss, Jobins, and it's something that we all experience in this fucking crazy life. And I don't know what it's all for, you know, but death always has taught me the true value of people you love.
Dude, your dad was definitely a cool dad.
Right? Even with Jobins, like, dude, me and my, like, Sean kind of low-key pissed me off on the Confidential pod about a month ago. And I know he was just fucking with me. They were talking about how I freak out and whatnot. But he goes, oh, like that time you picked up your dad. And it's like, dude, I gave him a look on it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, bro, remember when they asked us, like, oh, what kind of fights have you gotten in with your parents? And it's like, I'm an open book, Jobins. I'm an open fucking book. And I told the story about how I got into a fight with my dad. I picked him up and I put him down, blah, blah, blah. But to, like, use that fucking upset me. Because it's like, me and my dad had a very fucking powerful, strong relationship. Did we fight and scream at each other? Absolutely. Do I wish sitting here now, like when I learned stoicism through Tim and Sean, and even I was talking about eating, it's like I wish that like our parents before us could have been a little more knowledgeable about these things to help us learn it better, to help me understand things better. Because when you grow up to two parents yelling at each other, that's how you end up handling things. So anytime there was a dispute between me and my dad, what were we doing?
Yeah, yelling, yeah.
Yelling. And we yell at each other, why he's yelling at me, why I'm upset about it, blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, every single fucking time, love came down to it. And 99% of the time, it was Schmitty going, I'm sorry, Dad. You know? And him going, it's okay, Ricky. And then him telling me how he learned through his mistakes. Because that's something that I'm very grateful for with my dad. He told me all his mistakes. His hard mistakes that he made in his life that was hard to tell your son. You know what I mean? He always did that. He always told me his hardest mistakes and what he learned from it. And it helped me. You know? Maybe that's why I'm such an open book. Because of my dad. You know? Because holy fuck, Jobins. Different, like, when I think about my dad being born in 1949, think about how fucking different the world was. This is the fucking boomer generation. You know what I mean? People were like, the fucking groups of people. The white tee, blue jeans. What were they called? The outsiders or the fucking greasers? The greasers. My dad was a part of that. You know? He was a fucking greaser. White t-shirt, blue jeans, slick hair with all his buddies, kicking ass in the streets. Different fucking times. That ain't happening these days. You know? Kids aren't getting their ass kicked. I should have probably got my ass kicked more than I did when I was a kid. I was telling Paul, Paul shared this video of his two kids beating the fuck out of each other with boxing gloves. I go, that's some of the best shit they're ever going to learn. Right then and there. Let them beat the fuck out of each other. They're taking licks and coming out. Like, that's just, I don't know.
That's how Shannon's cousin, her kids are just like that.
Yeah.
And they like fight each other, and they're in jiu-jitsu and stuff.
Yep.
And it's like,
if you teach it the correct way, it could be so powerful.
All those taking your kid into a class like that, I think is the best thing you can do.
100%. You got to fucking show how hard the world is to a kid right away. The fuck away.
But at the same time, like, it's nice being that parent that can support them and everything. Yeah. But you're right. Those lessons they learn in there are so important.
So important. And things today just are completely fucking different. I went on a little rant there, Jobins, because I see this fucking date. Schmitty's all good. I'm going to be okay. My dad's here. And I'll say it all the time, Jobins. When I do get super sad, because that moment of being with my dad for so long as he takes his last breath type shit, that's haunting. It's scarier than any scary movie you can ever think of. But when I sit here and think about the TV incident that happened with me and my dad, there's fucking something. There's energy. There's something. The fact we might be living in a fucking simulation, multiverse type shit going on. There's something. So literally, when I'm like, life's fucking dark, I think of that, and then it kind of like, it's going to be okay. He's okay. You know? Because I also had those dreams. There's been 2 dreams I've had with my dad where he's like, I'm fucking, it's like he's already gone. We're having that you're gone conversation. And he's just fucking telling me he's okay.
Dude, your dad gave me a scary dream of like the world ending, and he just gave like a Donnie Darko type dream. He might have been more right than I even realized.
Dude, it literally, like, you never fucking know with that dream. You never know.
It was at an airport too, and it was a crowded escalator, and no one else could see him, but I could see him. And then he was just like relaying a message to me.
That's fire. Dad, give me a dream like that. Come on. Give me a dream like that. I'll take it. Because I fucking love dreaming.
Nah, we missed Ted, though.
Yeah. Real quick, Jobins, we're going to go through our UFC 304 picks. It's a good fight card. I'm actually pretty fucking excited about it. We missed last night's fights watching the boxing over at Sean's.
That's right.
Which is crazy. When was the last time that happened? Been a minute.
Might have been a Jake Paul boxing match again. Who knows?
Right? So we got Leon Edwards versus Bilal Muhammad.
That has been in the works for so long.
Shout out Bilal Muhammad. Never gave up. He's been wanting a title shot for so long. All these other fucking obstacles have gotten in this dude's way, and he finally gets a fucking title shot. I think he very well could win, Jobins. I think this could be an ugly fight for Leon Edwards. I think everyone's counting Bilal out.
Yeah. I see it. If it goes how I think it's going to go, it's going to be almost like the Kamaru Usman fight in the first fight, but he has to land that kick again or he's going to lose.
I think so. I think
he needs to knock Bilal out or something.
I'm very interested to see if Bilal gets him down and how fast Leon can get up and stay on his feet, if he can even just avoid the takedowns completely. Very interested.
What if Bilal can't take him down,
Then and it becomes a stand-up fight, then I think it could be kind of boring again, where you just see Leon on the outside, landing punches, landing kicks, landing shots to a decision win. I can see that. But I also can kind of see Bilal getting that rear naked, baby. It'd be fucking crazy. How cool of a story that he's been wanting a title shot for so long, comes out and chokes out Leon Edwards. That'd be fucking insane.
Dude, what nationality is he, too? Is he Palestinian like our boy Mo, or is he something else, dude? Because I think he might be like the first person from his country to be champion.
He's an American professional mixed martial artist.
Yeah, but
he's from Chicago, Illinois.
Dude, he has another background.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just telling you.
I know he'd be reffing somewhere.
Yeah, 100%. But, this is an exciting fight. 36 Bilal. 32 Leon, dude. They're both up there. Leon's technically pretty much in his prime right now, which is crazy. Leon's got a 74-inch reach against fucking Bilal's 72. A little longer, slightly longer. Damn. I forget how Leon's one of those guys that if you saw him in person, we'd go, holy fuck, you're tall. He's 6'2".
That is pretty crazy.
He's 6'2". Bilal's 5'9".
You'll see that.
That's interesting.
Maybe he was wearing shoes.
Maybe he can, damn. That's going to be an interesting fight. Tom Aspinall versus Curtis Blades for the interim title championship. That's interesting. That's just fucking interesting.
Curtis beat him last time.
I'm very excited for this one, too.
Hopefully no injuries.
Curtis is always that fucking guy where you're like, oh, you think you're going to get past me. And then he fucking shuts it down. And then you got that weird Derek Lewis fight. That's one of those fights where anything could have landed and anything could have happened.
Dude, Tom Aspinall is like such a good matchup for Curtis Blades, I feel like, because even though Tom can knock people out, I just don't think he's as intimidating of a power puncher as someone like Derek Lewis or Francis Ngannou.
I think Tom should be patient and calm with Curtis in this fight. I don't know, maybe that works against him.
I don't know.
You just make sure you don't get taken down. Stay on the outside, land the heavier shots, be smart, stay alert. Because Curtis Blades, dude, he's so fucking good. He's one of the most, like, hated, really good fucking heavyweights. Like, he's really good.
He's just been knocked out before by really strong, scary dudes.
It's crazy. I'm the same age as Tom. I would not want to fight Tom or Curtis. Curtis scares the fuck out of me. I would never fight that dude. Tom's a little taller, 6'4", 6'3". This is almost an identical fight. Almost. 2 inches. Tom's got Curtis has 2 inches on Tom. But he's an inch shorter. Yeah, arm lengths, dude. They're crazy. Bobby Green versus Paddy Pimblett. I'm actually fucking super excited for this one. I am, dude. What if Bobby Green gets it?
I don't see it.
That's an exciting win for Bobby Green. He's been doing so good. He's one of those fighters that just won't fucking go away. He keeps showing up. He keeps putting on fucking performances.
If Paddy loses this fight, though, it's going to be really... That's a bad one.
Oh, it's a bad one for sure.
It's a lot to lose.
Do you think Paddy's going to grapple him? Or if he's going to stand up with him? I think he grapples him.
He might stand up at first, but if he gets hit once and he doesn't like it, he's better start grappling.
Right? 21-3, Mr. Paddy Pimblett. 29 years old. Damn, Bobby Green, 37, still going hard like Mike Perry. He reminds me a lot. Bobby Green and Mike Perry are very similar in my eyes. They fucking bite down and they come to fight. They press forward. They go down with their shield, too. You know what I mean?
There was a chance Bobby could have beaten Islam.
They're the same height. Again, Paddy's got 2 inches on him. Dude, this is a dangerous fight for Paddy Jobins. Bobby Green's fucking violent, and he can be right in there. I think the smart move for Mr. Paddy is to take him down and submit him.
Dude, Bobby Green's style, though, he keeps his hands down a lot.
But Paddy's not the hardest hitting guy in the world, you know?
I've seen him knock a guy out.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Flyweights, Muhammed Makhachev versus Manel Kape. Manel Kape, 19-6. Muhammed Makhachev, 12-0.
That's scary.
All eyes on Muhammad tonight.
Hey, Manel Nape's been a good...
23 years old. 23 years old, 12-0.
That's young.
I like that. Good for him, dude. Manel Kape's no joke either. 19-6, 30 years old. He 2 inches shorter with the reach.
He's in his prime, though. I think the
Muhammad's
23-year-old is going to have a tough fight.
Dude, Muhammad's taller and longer. Manel Kape. This is a tough fight. I like this fight. I think this is going to be a good fight. I think it's going to be fun. I think Muhammad... I keep saying submission keeps coming out of my mouth a lot this episode. Submission win. Going submission. Muhammad.
I'm going to go...
13-0.
Cape's winning. Decision.
Decision. And the main card opener, Arnold Allen versus Giga Chikadze. Chikadze. How do you say his last name? Chikadze?
Chikadze.
Yeah, that's a fun fight too, dude. Arnold Allen. It's weird that both these guys only have 3 losses. It's like, damn, those 3 losses for Arnold Allen were the fucking best of the best. 30 years old against Giga, who's 35.
Wow.
Did not realize
I didn't know Giga was
that
that old, yeah.
6 feet tall compared to 5'7" Arnold Allen.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a little scary.
He's big boy. It's 4-inch reach advantage. That's a big boy. Arnold Allen's got to get in there. Who's faster?
I think Arnold Allen's going to win.
I got Arnold Allen too. But isn't Giga, do you think Giga's a little faster? Arnold's pretty fast. I got to think. I got to watch some tapes on that.
I need to watch Giga again. I don't really remember.
Yeah. I think Arnold Allen wins. Let's go, Arnold Allen.
Arnold Allen by decision.
Let's go. 304. Good fight cards. Let me see. Prelims are pretty decent. Molly McCann's on it. She's always fun to watch. See if there's any. There's a 9-1 Cologne Luran. 20. He's a bantamweight. Them bantamweights, man, they just keep coming up. I think bantamweights are the most exciting weight class in the UFC right now. They just keep getting fucking killers up. 28 years old, 5'5", 135 pounds, 68-inch reach. He's 9-1 against Ramon Tavares, 10-2, 30 years old. He's got a 2-inch reach, 2-inch height advantage. That could be a good fight.
It's so interesting, dude. 5'5", and then like
the
heights in bantamweight are crazy. The differences
it's
between
weird.
like 5'10",
you could be really
you can be
big.
5'10", 5'11", and then you could also be 5'5".
Just tall, skinny, lengthy, fucking strong. It's weird.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Well, Jobins, episode 155. Anything before we go, buddy?
I did write teleprompters down because I thought it's crazy how so many people are like, whoa. I read the teleprompter, and that's how they say stuff. But I didn't have
I'm
that.
confused. What do you mean? What do you mean teleprompters? Like
teleprompters, like politicians and people using teleprompters to read what they're saying, and it's like a lot of the time
people were surprised.
I always used to think that like people talked with like their speeches they had memorized, but so many times it's just teleprompters.
You thought that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's silly.
So I wrote teleprompters as my notes, Jobins, because I was like, wow, you know what? People aren't as good as speakers as I thought.
No, yeah, dude, that's a big time.
So think about the power of the people that put in for the teleprompters.
Yeah, well, I mean, you just fucking put it
You
on.
could put in any just like an Anchorman.
What was cool is when I went to college and I took a class where you had to do every part. It was like a newsroom, right? And you rotated. The whole class would rotate positions. Mm-hmm. So eventually you'd be the director, cameraman, actor, the ones in the back room dealing with audio, lighting, and the teleprompter. Which cool. The teleprompter was the easiest one because you just had to go with them as they talked. Now, again, this is when I was in college. I'm sure there's technology where they just fucking hit a button, and as the person speaks, it goes down. Or who knows? Maybe there's still people back in the back rooms waiting for the person to, you know what I mean? Because you literally just sit back there and scroll with it as they talk. Mm-hmm. But that class was really cool. You learned a lot.
That is cool. Like, the whole process in one class?
Yeah. Yeah, and it was fun. When I was director, it was cool, too, because you get your thing, and you got to make sure everyone's doing your set, their jobs, mm-hmm. you know? And then you say your action lines and shit like that. It is cool. It was fun. College was fun for Schmitters. Well, what you got going on for the rest of the day, Mr. Brenden Michael Moranin, Blue Belt?
I'll probably do another episode of What the X because there's so many tweets going out there, so much crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. Before I get a little more political. And then clean up a little bit, chill out. Dude, I got a little getaway with the girl going to Sedona. Got a cabin, an Airbnb for a night.
Damn.
It's pretty fire, Joe.
You going to end up with a kid?
No. It's going to be a great retreat.
Those are the moments, man.
It's going to be a nice retreat.
Those are the moments.
None of that talk. None of that talk.
That sounds nice, though. That sounds nice.
Some hiking trails. Stay hydrated.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That sounds like a lot of fun, man. I've still yet to been to Sedona, so you got to make sure you take a lot of cool, fucking, beautiful photos and shit.
I'll bring you some crystals so we can keep it with our Ouija board and
there we
tarot
go.
Cards, all spiritual.
There we go. I wanted to make it Jobins to the Timbo Sugar Show because my goal is to stay consistent on there, too, but me and Brenden, I want to make sure I stay consistent with our pod. Mm-hmm. And we just end up, Sundays are our days to do our pods too, just like the Timbo Sugar Show. But I'm going to make it work. We either need to start getting up earlier or I just wait till after the Timbo Sugar Show. Simple fix. We'll figure it out.
Adjustments. Evolving.
But for me, for the rest of the day, it's Sunday. It's going to be my chill day. I'm going to catch up on some laundry. I'm going to get some dishes done. I'm going to cook a nice lunch, edit this pod. Then I'm going to go on a little date tonight. Oh. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun.
Fire.
Love you, Jobins. Stay safe. And I hope we all make it through this next crazy week.
100.
God bless.